Hello students, I am Dr. Arunima Verma from Department of Electrical Engineering, Institute of Engineering and Technology, Lucknow. Today I will be delivering a lecture on three-phase inverter. Basically, it is a most important part of power electronic subject. To start with, I will deal with the following topics under the head three phase bridge inverter, that is voltage source inverter, and there are different categories in which three phase bridge source inverter works. 120-degree mode, 180-degree mode, then finally we will do the Fourier analysis of line voltage in 180-degree mode, Fourier analysis of phase voltage in 120-degree mode. In final lecture, I will be delivering about how the voltage output voltage of the inverter is controlled, and similarly how that particular technique is facilitating in reduction of harmonics. To start with, as all of you are well versed with the inverter till now, you must have learnt about what is an inverter. Basically, it converts an input DC into three phase or single phase AC supply depending upon the application part. Now, here we are going to deal with the three phase bridge inverter. In this case, what we do is we take 6 SCRs, which are the devices which are used in power electronic semiconductor devices, and in this case these 6 SCRs are connected in the fashion as shown in the figure. Now, in case of three phase bridge voltage source inverter, these type of inverters are basically useful in applications or industrial applications where we require three phase supply and DC is available from input side. Now, in this case what we do is to start with the explanation of 120-degree mode of operation. Directly we will switch on to the mode of operation so that we can cover up the things pretty well. To start with, these SCRs are connected in the fashion with a three phase star connected load as shown in the figure. Now, the first diagram is basically the simplified circuit diagram for explanation purpose, and second diagram is basically the commutating the circuit diagram along with commutating components in 120-degree mode. Basically, what happens is these SCRs which are connected in upper leg and lower leg are connected to three phase supply, three phases R, Y, B. Now, SCR 1 and 4 are SCRs of R phase, SCR 2 and 5 are SCRs of Y phase, SCR 3 and 6 are SCRs of B phase. Okay. Now, in this case, the most important thing that you have to keep in mind is these SCRs are to be numbered. Now, as you number the SCRs, you are going to fix the firing sequence of that particular circuit for that particular circuit. For example, in this case I have numbered the SCRs as 1, 2, 3 in the upper half and 4, 5, 6 in the lower half. Now, in this case the firing sequence, as you can see, is fixed as 1, 6, 2, 4, 3, 5. Now, for the SCRs numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the firing sequence will be fixed at 1, 6, 2, 4, 3, 5. Is it clear? Now, this I will tell you a little later. We will directly switch on to the waveforms which are to be explained in an elaborate manner. Now, for this, since we are giving a DC input, so obviously we are going to get an alternate AC. Now, alternate AC means alternate cycle you are going to achieve in each output form waveform. Now, this is R phase waveform, this is Y phase waveform, and this is B phase waveform. Now, in this case you can see that we are firing, since we have 6 SCRs and we have to cover one cycle which is a 360-degree cycle. So, obviously, after every 60-degree interval you are going to fire a SCR. Now, in this case what happens is, since you are starting with scrap, so you are going to fire with SCR1 only. So, 162435 firing sequence is fixed because you have already numbered the SCRs in your circuit diagram. Now, first of all, let us fire SCR1. SCR1, when it is fired, it is of R phase, it is going to say it is of R phase. So, it will be conducting for 120 degree mode, that is one slot is for 60 degree, this one and another one is this one. Okay. Now, this SCR1 of R phase, this SCR1 of R phase will conduct for 120 degree. That is why the name given is 120 degree mode. Is it clear? Now, in this case what happens is, for first 60 degree along with SCR1, another SCR of different phase will be conducting together, right. And since you are firing after 60 degree interval, you are firing another SCR. So, obviously, in next 60 degree you will have, along with combination of one, you will have another SCR which has been fired. For example, let us take the slot of this one OA. Now, during period OA, as you can see, SCRs 1 and 5 are conducting. During this period, SCRs 1 and 5 are conducting, right. Now, SCRs 1 and 5 are conducting, which means, come back to the circuit diagram, you will see that SCR1 is of R phase and the path of the current will be like this. SCR supply positive, then SCR1, RL, N, Y phase, SCR5 and back to negative. Is it clear? I hope this is clear. Now, this is the path, this is the path when SCRs, this is the path when SCRs 1 and 5 are conducting during period OA. Okay. Now, this is the part. SCR fired is 1, so 1 will conduct for 60 degree and another for another 60 degree it will conduct with some other SCR. Now, as you know that DC input is being given, so obviously we have to apply certain kind of commutation technique, because if we are not having load of such sort that we can have AC load of that type, we can commute the SCRs from the load's end. Basically, if we commute the SCRs from the supply side, then we have a DC and we have to apply a forced commutation technique. Now, under forced commutation technique, we have to ensure that when one SCR is fired, the outgoing SCR which was already conducting is completely turned off. Is it clear? So, when SCR 1 is fired, you can see the outgoing SCR is 3. So, I have made a sequence, like if firing sequence is 162435, the corresponding outgoing SCR sequence will be 351624. Now, this is again fixed because you have already fixed the firing sequence according to the numbering of SCRs. So, outgoing SCR sequence is also fixed. In 120 degree mode of operation, as you can see that each SCR conducts for 120 degree in one cycle, and after every 60 degree interval an SCR is fired. Now, in this case when SCR is fired after every 60 degree interval, as you can see over here, we are saying that this is a phase voltage which is being plotted. See, you can see the phase voltage VR, Vy, Vb, and this is the line voltage available across the load during each of the period. Now, this phase voltage has a magnitude E by 2 and minus E by 2, right. Now, how this E by 2 and minus E by 2 is achieved? Let us see from applying a KVL in the circuit. We have during period OA, during period OA, SCR 1 and 5 of R and Y respectively phases are conducting. So, we have E, this is SCR 1 of R phase. Then we have RL load, again we have Y phase, then SCR 5 which is conducting is again shorted and back to this. Now, this is the path which is followed by the current as well. Now, in this case SCR 5, now this E voltage is getting divided, this is I think in between we have N also, which is a neutral point. So, the measurement of this will be VR and this one is Vy. Okay. Now, this VR and Vy together are facing E voltage, supply voltage E. So, VR plus Vy is equal to E, and since in a 3 phase balanced supply load we have 2 VR. So, we can say that VR is E by 2, and similarly Vy will be minus E by 2 during this period. Okay. As you can see here, E by 2 and Y phase voltage is minus E by 2. See? Now, in this case, just to explain one period so that you can go on and continue with the operation. Now, during this period 1 and 5 are conducting, the magnitude of the voltage of phase voltage is calculated as I already shown you through applying KVL, and you will get VR and Vy as respective E by 2 and minus E by 2 voltage. This is how we have calculated, and finally, these are the basically finally VRY. What we do is we calculate VRY as VR minus Vy. Okay. Now, fine. Now, during this period we have to see what is the magnitude, net magnitude available across the load. Now, during OA period VR is having E by 2 voltage and Vy is having minus E by 2 voltage. So, what will be EVRY for period OA? E by 2 minus E by 2, right. So, this comes out to be basically E, okay, from here. Yeah, right like this. Okay. So, this is how we get the load voltage or the line voltage available across the load and the magnitude during each period of 60-degree interval. Okay. Now, next interval after 60-degree you are going to fire another SCR which is V6. Now, SCR 6 is of B phase. As you can see, it is the lower leg SCR and it is connected in B phase. So, definitely it is going to turn off another previously conducting SCR, and previously conducting SCR was SCR 5. So, when you fire SCR 6, the outgoing SCR becomes SCR 5 of Y phase. Very good. Now, in this case you have to just follow the pattern, okay, how the SCRs are getting turned off when you are firing another SCR. When you are firing another SCR, as you can see the phase sequence. Now, another important points, these are the points which are to be remembered. For 120-degree mode of operation, the firing sequence is fixed, outgoing SCR sequence becomes fixed because you have already fixed the firing sequence. Each of the SCR conducts for 120-degree mode, take a rest of 60-degree, and after every 60-degree interval you are going to fire the SCR. Phase sequence can be reversed by reversing the firing sequence. For example, I have a firing sequence as I already told you 162 435. Now, new firing sequence, if I put it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, then outgoing sequence will be changed. Now, outgoing sequence will be changed. Is it clear? So, to change to, if you want to reverse the phase sequence, you have to first reverse the firing sequence. Automatically the phase sequence will be reversed. Now, as you can see in the from the waveform, all the phase voltages are 120 degree apart because it is a 3-phase waveform. So, obviously, in a 3-phase supply, if you are getting a 3-phase supply, so each of the waveforms will be, if they are balanced, they will be 120 degree apart, and that is reflected from the waveform as well. And the same will be available for line voltages. If you are going to, I have just given you an example. In this case, VRY is one such example which I have drawn. Secondly, you can have VYB and VBR. If you draw VYB and VBR, taking into consideration the respective phase voltages, magnitude will be, you will find that the line voltages are also 120 degree apart from each other. Now, the most important part in case of 120 degree or in case of 3-phase bridge inverter is the commutation part. In any case, if we are studying the power electronics subject, we have to, and we are studying about the operation of SCR or any other such semiconductor device, we have to look into the factor that these devices are turned off properly, and they once you fire another SCR, you will have to ensure the previously conducting SCRs are already turned off. Now, in this case, what I want to say is, in 120 degree mode of operation, we are applying current commutation. That is important. What is current commutation? I will go back to that particular slide where I have drawn the complete circuit diagram of 120 degree mode with commutating components, and there you will see that the SCRs are commuted. That means current commutation has one special feature, which is that to commute SCR of one branch, you are going to fire SCR of another leg. What I mean to say is, you come back to this waveform and you will see that if you are firing SCR 1, SCR 3 of another phase is getting off. Is it clear? So, to turn off SCR, to commute or to turn off SCR of one branch, you will have to fire SCR of another branch, which is the special feature of current commutation and is being employed in 120 degree mode of operation. Now, let us see how this commutation circuit works. Basically, in short, I will explain because it will take some time, and with limited time I have to explain this circuit diagram. The first thing is, you have to take this part and divide this as upper half and lower half. So, consider SCR 1, SCR 2 and SCR 3 of R phase. Okay. So, SCR 1, 2, 3 of R phase nahi, it is upper phase, upper leg, and SCR 1 is conducting OA period. When SCR 1 is conducting, during this period, this C1 and 3. So, C1 is getting charged with left plate positive. C1 is getting charged with left plate positive. So, during this period, one load current is flowing, which is already there in the circuit, and secondly the charging capacitor charging current is there, which is charging capacitor C1, C2, C3 respectively when you are turning on SCR. So, when SCR 1 is fired, capacitor C1 is getting charged with left plate positive, C3 is also getting charged with left plate positive. Now, since SCR 3 was already conducting, because it is going to turn off. So, obviously, SCR 3 is also charging with SCR 3 nahi, Capacitor 3 is also charging with left plate positive. When you, oh, I am sorry, actually what happens is you have to turn off SCR 1. So, you are turning off SCR 1. I am explaining the part when SCR 1 is going to be turned off, which is possible when you are firing SCR 2, this period. Okay, I am explaining this one. So, because SCR 1 is conducting, so when SCR 1 is conducting, then during this period capacitors C1 and C3 are charging with left plate positive, and when you fire SCR 2, SCR 2 is fired, you can see that SCR 1 is getting turned off. So, during this period SCR 1 is getting turned off, that means SCR 2 is turning off SCR 1, and this capacitor voltage, basically this capacitor discharges and the current through SCR 1 decreases and SCR 1 turns off. So, that is why it is known as current commutation. Now, in this case what happens is these are the few features that you have to keep in mind. It is a 120-degree mode operation, and similarly in 180-degree mode operation I will going to explain further. In 180-degree mode of operation, certain things you have to keep in mind, that the SCRs, each SCR will conduct for 180-degree in one cycle, and hence the name given is 180-degree mode. The firing sequence remains the same, but the outgoing sequence changes, because in 180-degree mode of operation we are going to apply voltage commutation technique. Each phase is 120-degree apart. Now, in this case what is available is, in the 180-degree mode of operation, if you see the waveform, we are getting phase voltage like this and line voltage like this. So, just see the compare 120-degree mode and 180-degree mode, and you will find that there are lot many differences and similarities in 120-degree and 180-degree mode of operation. Basically, to get back to the circuit diagram, this is the simplified waveform of 180-degree mode and the commutating components which are connected in the fashion to apply voltage commutation. Now, the special feature of voltage commutation is, basically what you have to do is to turn off SCR of one leg, you have to fire SCR of the same leg. That is the special feature which is available in voltage commutation and which is employed in 180-degree mode operation. The complete circuit diagram and the commutating components are connected in the fashion as shown. This is the waveform which is available in 120, quite a similar waveform in the sense that the firing sequence remains the same as in 120-degree, and the phase voltages that are obtained are varying in the fashion without passing through 0-degree. Basically, the magnitude is determined. Again, if we want to calculate the magnitude, then in this situation what we have to do is take period OA. During period OA, during period OA, 135 are conducting SCRs. 135 are conducting SCRs, which are of respectively 1, 3 and 5, that is R, B and Y phase. So, I was explaining that 180-degree mode, in 180-degree mode how we obtain, this is R phase, this is SCR 3 of B phase, and together we have this as SCR 5 of Y phase. In between you have load and RL is connected and neutral point is there. Now, apply KVL. apply KVL and you will find that SCR 1, this is a VR phase, this is Vy phase, and this is Vb phase, and this one is Vy phase. Okay. So, VR is minus E by plus E by 3, Vb is minus E by 3, and Vy comes out to be minus 2 E by 3. As you can see, Vb is basically, yes, Vb is E by 3. Now, both these SCRs 1 and 3 are of upper leg. So, they will share equal amount of voltage, that is E by 3 and E by 3 respectively, and SCR 5 of Y phase is alone sharing the most of the voltage, that is minus 2 E by 3. So, these magnitude of voltages are calculated like this, and you can again find the line voltage similar to the fashion already told in 120-degree mode. Now, these are the special features which I have summarized in tabulated form of what you have to see is points of dissimilarity, current commutation, voltage commutations are there used respectively in 120 and 180-degree mode, and the magnitude of phase voltages vary like this, whereas magnitude of phase voltages 180-degree vary like this. Now, in this case the magnitude of line voltages have a stage of this, and magnitude of line voltages vary like this. Is it clear? Now, 2 SCRs conduct at a time and 3 SCRs conduct at a time. Each SCR conduct for 120-degree, in this one each SCR conducts for 180-degree. The point to discuss the point of similarity are so many, because basically they all form a 3-phase bridge inverter, voltage source inverter, and SCR is fired every 60-degree interval. Phase and line voltages are 120-degree apart, even current also. Once the nomenclature of SCR is done, firing sequence is fixed. Phase sequence can be reversed by changing the firing sequence, and the output has 6 pulses. Now, this is another important point which we have to keep in mind, particularly that we at the output side in each half cycle, in full cycle we get 6 pulses. So, it is called fixed step inverter, be it 180-degree or 120-degree mode. Basically, what you have to see is they are 6-step inverters and the magnitude is fixed. You cannot change the output magnitude of the output voltage even if you want, in case of voltage source inverter using 120-degree or 180-degree mode of operation. Now, why we call it a 6 pulse? Because in this case you can see the output voltage is varying till here, this is 2 pi 1 cycle, and you get 6 pulses of different magnitude of different values. So, basically you have 6 pulse. It is also called 6 pulse inverter, or you can call it as fixed 6-step inverter. Now, I think I have made clear all the points, necessary points which are dealing with 120-degree and 180-degree mode of operation in case of voltage source inverter. Basically, why we call it a voltage source inverter? As you all know that inverter can be given a supply in the form of DC voltage or in the form of DC current. Now, when we give the when we give the supply in the form of voltage, it is called a voltage source inverter, and if we convert that voltage source into an equivalent current source through by attaching an inductor into the circuit in series with the supply, then the inverter which gets the supply is in the form of DC current, and hence we come to another terminology which is used as current source inverter, CSI, which will be dealt later on. And in this case, what you have to, certain things you have to keep in mind while operation, that 3-phase bridge inverters have 2 modes, 120 and 180-degree, both have fixed output, and they can be varied by different means. We will apply certain modulation technique, we will discuss later, and to deal with that we will continue in another lecture which is lecture 2, and thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this.